Okay, congratulations. You have a working game. You have a formidable stack of code and you've got a game that runs. Now is your chance to customize it and make it your own. Few things I'd think about trying. I've said it before, I'd like to see people going for an if then loop, just in the normal forever loop, and you could have something happen when the lives value drops to 2. So if lives equals 2, so let's take that. Let's take lives. So I'm going to go to my variable. If lives equals 2, then something could happen. So when the lives drop by 1 after you've hit a wall, it could be the looks. So I'm going to have him change color effect by 25. I'm going to have him pixelate a little bit. So the more he gets, the more happens to him, the more pixelated my poor old unicorn gets. I could even have him change costume, so I could change to a slightly more battered unicorn at that point. Again, next costume would work quite nicely. If I'm doing that, remember in my reset at the top, I would need to make sure that I've got clear graphical effects and go back to original costume. So that's something that would work very nicely. Just pop it into your forever loop and make sure it's on the same rank as everything else. That's a possibility. Another possibility is have it so that the crystal plays games with you, and when the crystal is touched, the crystal warps somewhere else. So it could be, I don't know, you'd have to code for the crystal. You'd have to say if touching sprite 1, so my sprite 1 is called hero, if touching hero, I could have it go to a different location on the grid. So I could have it go to down here. So I just find the location down there. Drag it over here to find out what the XY location down there is. It's 1782. So I could put in 1782. So when you think you've caught the crystal, it jumps off somewhere else. You'd still have to get to it. You'd have to fiddle with the game over message there as well, because that would cause problems. So I could code in for the crystal. I could put dummy crystals in there that are a slightly different color or aren't crystal, because they think, look at my code carefully. It says when touching crystal. So if that sprite is called crystal, if I added another crystal, it'd be called crystal 1. So the hero horse could go to the crystal, touch it, and get nothing that said, nothing happened. It could be that it's like a dummy because it needs to be crystal, not crystal 1, not crystal 2. I could even have a message pop up saying, haha, wrong crystal. If you were really, 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 really feeling brave, why not put in another sprite and automate movement? So you could add a sprite and you'd have to just write a really simple code. So it could be an ogre or something like that. I'm going to just do a surprise one. I'm going to have a t-shirt with a dinosaur on it. I'll make him a bit smaller. I'll make him down to size 20 as well. And I could just put him wandering randomly. So when the green flag is clicked forever, he wanders around the grid. If he touches sprite 1, I could have him reduced by a life, or it could even be -3 lives. So I could have an if then loop over here. If touching shirt, so let's do that one. If touching shirt, I could have change lives by -3. Instant game over. I could then have the shirt just in a forever loop, wandering around. Go to random position. Or could have him glide to a random position when the green flag is clicked. So that shirt's just wandering around, ignoring all the walls, and could hit you anytime. Or I could make it a gold coin or a magic potion that gave you +3 lives, wandering around as well. All sorts of different options I could try out. Again, you've got a core of a good game that works. Try things out, explore, experiment, and just keep checking that it works. Keep checking and looking for errors. Have fun, and let's make something amazing.